Friends, I am Dr. Sujit Ghosh. Welcome to my channel, Dr. Ghosh Presents. Sign symptoms and uses of Homeo-Remedy Iodum. Full name Iodum, short name Iodum. Common name iodine, source, element, chemical world. Pathogenesis of Iodum. Acting on the glandular system, it leads to hypertrophy, enlargement, and induration of those. Excepting breast which dwindle and atrophy. Muscles get emaciated, mucous membrane is in a state of catarrhal inflammation, blood vessels get constricted, vaso-constriction and capillary congestion are followed by oedema and ecchymosis. Constitution of Iodum. Fitting to person of dark black hair and eyes with a low cachectic condition, profound debility and general emaciation with hypertrophied and indurated glands. Indurated means hard, hypertrophy means enlarged. Relation with heat and cold, extremely hot patient. Temperament irritable, Mazen Sora. Mental generals of Iodum. Anxiety about the present when quiet. Dejected with a tendency to weep and or intolerably cross and restless. Excited, sudden impulse to run and do violence. But motion makes them worse and exhaust. Feel better if busy. Think they are well. Fear of people, fear of physician, shun everyone. Suicidal tendency. Fretful. Forget what's to be done or spoken. Do not understand why they have done some particular thing. Why they have done some particular thing. Tendency to do some strange thing without any cause, namely to kill somebody. Heart palpitates and think of real or imaginary wrongs. When? Heart palpitates when thinking of real or imaginary wrongs. Physical germs of Iodum. Action of the remedy is fast and intense. Glands, thyroid, testes, mesenteric, mammary first get swollen, hard, heavy, then begin to dwindle. Rapid new growth, trembling of limbs or whole body, weak, rapid losing of flesh, even if they have good appetite. Feels always too hot. This is the most important symptom of iodine. Iodine patients are feeling hot always, and this is possibly the hottest medicine in Medica. Great debility and slightest efforts produce sweat. Physical journals of iodine continuation. Acute exacerbation of chronic inflammation, emaciation with glandular enlargement, arthritic deformance with swollen joints after acute attack of rheumatism, secretions hot, acrid, watery or salty persistently, acute catarrh of mucous membrane of larynx, lungs, namely pneumonia with rapid extension, vaso-constriction causing edema, ecchymosis and hemorrhages, vascular degeneration, atrophy or induration of testes, ovaries, uterus, wasting diseases of scrofulous patients, adenoids, goiter, pancreatic diseases, arthritic affections, tuberculosis, affection of connective tissues with torpidity and little pulse, general pulsation or local throbbings in large arterial tracts, burning, infiltration and internal tickling, bad effects of nervous shock, disappointed love, facial paralysis in or epilepsy from suppressed goiter. Suppressed goiter. In any disease condition, feeling always better when eating. This is a cardinal symptom of iodine. The patient feels good when he is eating. Sluggish reaction, hence chronicity of diseases. Suitable to overgrown boys with weak chest. Suitable to aged persons. General modalities worse. Heat of a room, air, that is everything off. That's heat of room, heat of air, heat from wraps, exertions, ascending, talking, fasting, night, rest, touch, pressure. Better cold, air, bathing, cold about, walking about in open air, eating, sitting up. Heat symptoms of iodine. Reverberation in head, throbbing, thrush of blood and feeling of a tight band, vertigo, chronic and congestive, headache of old people, worse in warm room, fatigue, walking fast, riding in a car, brain as if stirred around in with a spoon, brain as if stirred around with a spoon. Eye symptoms of iodine, protruded, convulsive movements and quivering of eyes of lower lids, profuse lacrimation, acute dacrocystitis. Dacrocystitis is actually inflammation of uh, eyelids and eyes both generally. Dacrocystitis. Ear symptoms of iodine. Chronic deafness with adhesion in middle ear. Eustachian catarrh. No symptoms of iodine. Pain at the root of nose and frontal sinus. Coryza worse in open air. Mouth symptoms of iodine: profuse, fetid, soapy saliva, metallic taste, foul ulcers, apathy. Offensive odor from mouth, tongue hypertrophied, painful, nodular, fissured. Throat symptom of iodine: constriction, impeding deglutition, burning and scraping in throat, hard goiter with sensation of constriction. Uvula swollen. Uvula swollen. This is uvula, swollen uvula, and submaxillary gland swollen, also submaxillary gland swollen. Stomach symptoms of iodine: ravenous hunger, eat a lot, yet they emaciate, or variable appetite with thirst. They get anxious and worried if do not eat. Drinking cold milk lessens constipation. Pulsation in pit of stomach. Bitter taste to solid foods, not drinks. Hiccup and empty eructations. Abdomen symptoms of iodine: liver, spleen enlarged and sore. Stools, frothy, fatty, cheesy, whey or leonteric. Leonteric means this mixed with food particles, undigested food particles. Chronic morning diarrhea of emaciated crofulous children. There is an important symptom of iodine. Chronic morning diarrhea of emaciated crofulous children. This is actually tubercular symptom. This is tubercular, and iodine is also tubercular. So this patient may require this particular symptom, chronic diarrhea, emaciated. There may be 3-4 medicines. One of them is iodine. Jaundice, eyes, skin, nails yellow. Jaundice, the eyes, skin, nails yellow. Mesenteric gland swollen. Male symptoms of iodine: testicles swollen and indurated, twisting in spermatocord, atrophy of testes with loss of sexual power. Sarcosyl hydrosyl. Sarcosyl means respiratory symptoms of iodine: painful, choking hoarseness, child grasps throat while coughing, laryngitis, diphtheria. Dry, tickling, croupy cough, shortness of breathing while going upstairs. Edema glottis. Edema glottis. Glottis is the actually voice box remaining within the throat. That particular organ has got edema, that is swollen, full of fluid. Expectoration of cast of larynx or blood streaked mucus. Tickling all over the chest, bronchi raw. Violent pulmonary congestions, asthma, breathes heavily when quiet. Pneumonia, hepatization, spreading rapidly with high temperature and absence of pain. Pleuritic effusion. Now here, pneumonia, almost all of us know what is pneumonia, but hepatigen is something. Note that hepatigen means an organ which is actually soft and spongy becomes solidified during the disease. This is called hepatization. In case of pneumonia, hepatization of the lung occurs. Note this lung. This portion of lung is hepatized, that is solidified. This is due to pathology. And it happens without any pain. The patient cannot understand that there is a severe change in his or her lung. At high temperature, this change takes place and it's called hepatization. In case of pneumonia, it is seen. Hepatization of lung. Pleuritic effusion means actually water accumulation. This is pleuritic effusion. Water accumulation within the pleural cavity. Estimated symptom of iodum: chronic arthritic affections, stiff and enlarged joints, synovitis, cold hand and feet, acrid sweat on back of feet, edema of the feet, back of hands brown as if swollen, painful when turning hand, but not when closing fingers, painful corns. Skin symptoms of iodum: hot, dry, dirty, brown spots on skins, nodosities on skins, anasarca of cardiac origin. Anasarca means whole body edema. Whole body edema is called anasarca due to cardiac cause, cardiac origin. Anasarca may cause also from liver and kidney part trouble. Itching in old cicatrices. Old cicatrices means old scars which freshly opens, and various trouble starts from that open old scars. Even cancer may start from that old scars. It is included in the symptoms of iodum. That is, old scar open and starts new cancers. Scars break open. Same thing. Old, itching old cicatrices means actually scars has broken open. Sleep symptoms of iodum: restlessness in blood prevents sleep. Fever symptoms of iodum: hyperpyrexia or external coldness with anxiety or stupor. Stupor, the term stupor means actually, unconsciousness, but light unconsciousness, and coma means deep unconsciousness. In case of stupor, if you throw light on the eye, you can see the pupils is contracting or dilating, but in case of coma it is not. In case of stupor, you can feel the patient is breathing in, breathing out. In case of coma, you may not feel, it is so light. So stupor is much better unconsciousness, and coma is deep unconsciousness. Hectic fever. Hectic fever means a fever where the change between high and low in a particular day is more than 1.4 degrees Celsius. This is hectic fever. Flashes of heat all over the body, heat waves to head, sweat easily, early morning sweats, worsen feeling. Complementary medicines: lycopodium, silicea. Related medicine: arsenic, fluoric acid, phosphorus, and spongia.